This is the professional light heavyweight bout scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. And when the fight begins, the referee in charge is Tyler Tomlinson. Introducing the first fighter to the cage. Fighting out of the blue corner, he holds a professional record of 4 wins and 3 losses, and he weighed in above the contracted weight at 207 pounds. He fights out of Team SNRG. Fierce fans, make some noise, and welcome to the cage, Hitman Rafael Brewster.
Welcome back to the cage, Mr. Rafael Brewster, making the walk for the first time since February 22nd, 2020, and 3 canceled bouts since. The 39-year-old is ready to hop back into the win column here on the road, 850 miles away from home. Eric, it's Rafael's first MMA fight away from home since August 12th, 2017. How tough can it be for an out-of-state fighter to gain the respect of a Utah crowd, especially for a guy like Jarome Hatch, who's been around for so long?
And Jarome has a big following, right? So you know when he comes out, this place is going to blow up. That's going to put some added pressure on him.
Coming out very loose, very fun. What about the crowd work by Jackson Hoops as well? That was a whole lot of fun.
I love the Jackson. Energy of that was amazing.
That was amazing.
Brewster from the state of Washington, but does train out of Extreme Couture as well. His last win was Frankie Orr, a KO in the first round of February 25th of 2017. Getting ready to enter the stage once again here tonight. A lot of Extreme people, a lot of Jeremy Horn's fighters as well. And just after this one, we got our co-main event as well, fellas.
We got our co-main event.
Rafael gone to the decision once in MMA. It was back in June of 2016 versus Sam Sprower. He won that fight, and he actually came in 1 pound over. Jason, can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, he came in 1 pound over. They asked if he wanted to try to cut it. He said no, I want to fight. So Jarome took a little portion of his purse, and we're going to see if that 1 pound is going to make a difference here in a couple minutes.
Well, then me and him have an opponent in common because I fought Sam too.
He holds a professional record of 26 wins and 17 losses and weighed in at 203 pounds. He's fighting out of Stoneman Boxing and 4-7 Training Center. Fierce fans, make some noise and welcome to the cage, Jarome, the Hatchet Hatch!
Just 28 days ago, Jarome Hatch got his hand raised in the Trigon Ring in Doral, Florida at a bare-knuckle boxing event. And tonight, he steps back in the cage with hopes of back-to-back wins against a tough opponent in Rafael Brewster. Jason, 44th pro MMA fight for Hatch, spanning over 15 and a half years. He's shared the cage with some high-level talent like Mr. Chris Curtis, who actually just got a fight today with Joaquin Buckley.
I saw that. I'm looking forward to that. I saw they announced that, and I'm always excited to see Jarome Hatch in the cage. Like I said in the beginning, he's a fighter's fighter. The guy will fight anytime, anywhere. Also one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet outside the cage. So don't let his Instagram, social media persona fool you. He's actually a really nice guy.
Yeah, he's selling the fight, and he does a great job at selling the fight. But some of that's your persona. That's how you get jazzed up to do it.
Consistency has been key for Jarome over his 15-and-a-half-year career. 7 fights in 7 months back in 2008 between January and July, and then 7 fights in 8 months in 2010 between January and August. So it goes to show that this guy has had a whole lot of time in the cage. 32 combined fights between all of Rafael's previous opponents. Jarome has 43 just under his own belt. He has more experience than all of the opponents Rafael has ever fought combined.
He's been very busy, very active, and had a lot of success, and he's very exciting to watch. I'm excited to see this.
Oh, he's just coming off a bare-knuckle fight 3-4 weeks ago.
He won. He had a stoppage in.
He had a stoppage. He got signed by the bare-knuckle. Yeah. I don't know. I don't remember the promotion. It wasn't BKFC. It was.
It is not BKFC, but it is one of them. And he has 26 wins as an MMA fighter. He's got 14 of them via KO or TKO. Tonight in his corner, it is Shane Stoneman, the boxing coach of the lone UFC fighter in the UFC. It is Mr. Shane Stoneman and Court McGee. But here is Jarome Hatch entering his 44th fight. Sixth MMA fight since February 27, 2021. He's been 2-3 in that period. Jarome Hatch in the brown. Rafael Brewster in the black.
Look at this stare down. Oh, boy. No glove touch?
No backing down from either opponent either.
Did you expect it?
No.
I didn't. You know, when Jarome Hatch fought Zach Cavender, I bet his son $1. I lost.
Nice right
Heavy
hand.
right hook
Anticipating
landed
the duck
there.
under.
Hatch has some heavy hands. Oh, big head kick.
Big head kick. Hatch starting to follow it up. A whole lot of power here early.
Ooh.
Looks like potentially an eye poke, but Brewster looks all right. Goes in for the takedown.
They've really seen something that Rafael does to when he does try to duck down, because Jarome keeps catching him.
He does. Nice kick. Nice hands by Hatch. Yeah, it's like he knows he's going to dip down and shoot for that takedown, which is exactly what Brewster did.
Yeah, and talking to Jarome beforehand, this is where he wanted to stay away from here.
Brewster applying upstairs, enter the body as well. Pressuring Hatch up against the cage right now. Nice knee inside to the leg.
Like to see Jerome's feet a little wider for this takedown defense.
Brewster with the takedown now. In the guard of Hatch. Punches raining down from Brewster. Hatch on the bottom. Brewster looking to pass potentially right here. That left foot. And still tagging the body as he does so.
Tyler might stand them up. We don't see much action here.
Some light body shots there, just trying to get Jarome moving maybe so he can capitalize on something.
Yeah. I can't really see if those shots are, any of those shots are landing from our view. Oh, up kick.
Looks like an up kick to Brewster. Brewster looks absolutely.
That looked pretty hard.
That one looked bad.
That one looked bad. I'm not gonna lie.
That one didn't clip
Because
the
he
cup.
was coming
the
in
cup.
and Jarome was kicking up.
Yeah, that's just unfortunate timing. I think Jarome was trying to up kick, and he closed the distance pretty fast.
Yeah, I don't think there was any ill intent there.
Brewster's still down in a world of pain right now. Has that ever happened to you, Eric? Have you ever gotten a shot that bad?
Yeah. Eric 2-1 hit me really hard in the cup. You know, the unfortunate part of this, when you take a shot like that, is the after effects. 'Cause
Yeah.
They do give you 5 minutes, but, you know, anybody who's taken some damage that bad understands that it can take longer than 5 minutes.
Yeah.
First fight in a couple of years. You definitely wish this didn't happen to someone like Rafael Brewster coming back after such a long layoff. Still on the ground. This Utah crowd is relentless. My goodness.
We got Jerome's
Savages.
crowd behind us. There's probably 10 tables behind us that are all standing up for Jerome.
I would like to see Brewster get up. I mean, just to, you know, change his position because he looks like he doesn't want to fight.
Like we mentioned, it was a bad angle. He was coming in. Jerome's, I mean, he kind of falls right into it. Scott's over here.
I never like to see the commissioner up.
Yeah, I wonder if he's going to continue. Be curious to see if he uses these 5 minutes and continues.
I wish we had a clock to see how much time is left. Because, he does have the 5 minutes in order to regain composure.
And it was a bad one. It's
so.
his 5 minutes take. He should use the time. At least he's on his feet and he's moving around a little bit, so that's promising. I just would hate to see the fight stop for that.
I would too.
Especially two people who everyone has been really looking forward to. Jarome Hatch, such a long, illustrious career. Rafael Brewster coming in from out of state. Definitely not something you'd want to see here.
Curious as to see how Jarome comes out after this.
All right, he looks ready. Here we go.
Little head nod.
All right, here we go.
Tyler Tomlinson making sure he's all right. We are back underway. 2 minutes left to go here in round number 1. Brewster searching back for another clinch position, potentially going to take down Hatch once again. Also search for a knee right there. Don't think it landed too well. But Brewster applying the pressure once again. And Eric, that's exactly what you were talking about. Jarome trying to stay away from this. This is not a position where he wants to be at consistently.
Yeah, talking to him prior to the fight, that was the situation he was not going to try to engage in.
I don't know
if it were only that easy.
Yeah.
Hatch searching for a way to get up.
We've seen him use the cage in the past, but Rafael Brewster doing a great job of scooting him away.
Yeah, I'd like to see Jerome post up on his right hand, turn his hips, and try to get a knee under him.
Brewster, a purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Hatch searching for a knee shield here, trying to get back to the guard position and potentially get back up.
Brewster trapping the arm so he can land some shots.
Brewster just pretty much controlling, no real damage in this position.
Yeah, and he's not necessarily trying to change position, but I mean he doesn't have to unless he gets worried about a stand up.
True.
Final 10 seconds here of round number 1.
There we go. Now he's starting to lay
Couple
down
of
some
heavy
shots.
elbows landed by Brewster here to close out the round.
Whoa. There we go.
Couple shots right after the bell. Quick stare down, Rafael. With the stare down here. Well, it was a little bit longer than most rounds.
Well, we know that Jerome doesn't lack in intensity, so. I like to see how Brewster comes out after the 5 minutes and see how he looks. Obviously he put his game plan right back to work.
Jumped right back into it, yeah.
So hats off to him, especially because it looked bad.
Well, Brewster comes out of Extreme Couture Jarome Hatch has had his fair share of extreme couture guys that he's fought in the past. I know of at least 2. There probably was 3 of them that he's fought that I can think of. His corner, they know the game plan. They want to get Jarome to the ground, control him, and punish him. Jarome wants to keep the fight standing and try to win with a big highlight reel KO.
Round number 2 of this light heavyweight bout is just about underway. Jarome Hatch versus Rafael Brewster. Brewster in the black, Hatch in the brown. And you got to think Jarome is a little worried about the takedown potentially once again. Doesn't want to get back down there.
Jarome's got a little mouse under that left eye.
Probably from those shots at the end of that last round.
Yeah, I think it was. Nice body shot.
Big shot to the body landed there by Hatch. Brewster back up. A nice inside kick as well by Hatch.
Oh, big kick.
Heavy outside
Big
kick
return
there
kick.
by Rafael Brewster. Both fighters looking for that knockout shot. Swinging heavy and with a lot of heat on it. Couple feints there by Hatch. Nice shot to the body there by Hatch. Brewster going back in for that takedown. Hatch doing a better job here of sprawling away, but he is up against that cage.
Needs to dig that left arm in deep.
Beautiful takedown there by Brewster.
Nice switch to a single.
Familiar position from the last round.
A very clear game plan so far by Brewster.
We'll see if Tyler stands him up because I don't really see Brewster trying to advance the position. I don't see him laying any damage.
You've got to wonder what Rafael saw in that corner in the last couple of seconds of round number 1 that exploded those elbows.
Oh,
Brewster now wrapping up
This is not a good position.
Khabib.
the legs.
That's not a fun position to be in.
Not at all. Not a whole lot of options for Hatch. Brewster,
Brewster pops his head out. He could
Hatch-
definitely start laying some.
if he pops his head out, Hatch is in a world of trouble here, mounted by Rafael.
As long as Hatch's back's flat on the mat, he's going to have a hard time getting up. He's going to have to. He's going to have to hip out and get one leg to the mat.
Brewster now fighting the hand, trying to get his head popped out so that he can start landing some damage here from the mount. Just over 2 minutes left here in round number 2. Rafael Brewster still doing
Full mount now for Brewster. There we go.
a lot of damage here from the
Big
top.
elbows.
Big elbow
Oh, that
landed,
was
a
that-
couple of big elbows.
Those were big shots. Those.
And in that same eye that he's
Yep.
got that little mouse underneath, Jason.
Jerome's holding him to keep from taking the damage, but the problem is him holding this way. He can't get up either.
Eric, if you're the corner of Hatch, what are you saying right now?
Hip out. He needs to turn his hips. Well, he needs a shrimp. He needs to push one of the legs down and either get back to half or try to get back to guard. If he gets back to half, like I said, he can post up off of one arm and try to turn into him and get up. He can also push off the cage here and try to roll him.
That's what Maggio was doing a whole lot of in his fight.
A lot of that. We saw a lot of that from Dave Maggio.
Brewster
Brewster
starting.
just biding his time, keeps creeping up, landing heavy shots.
Well, Brewster's not going to take damage here, and he's winning.
Oh,
So.
another big elbow.
Framing on the face is Brewster. Hatch trying to get out. Brewster now on the back. Brewster with one submission win in his pro career. Hatch been submitted 6 times. 41% of his losses coming from submissions.
Trapping the arm.
Uh-oh, going for an armbar here, it looks like. softening him up with some of the more of those elbows.
Hatch specifically
Oh,
been
there it
susceptible
is.
to the rear naked choke 6 times in his career. He's been submitted by the rear naked choke. Brewster back up to the top.
This is just a tough position for Hatch to be in.
He can, if he can scoot his hips back towards the cage, that would help too.
That will close out round number 2. And Eric, if you're Jarome Hatch, you got to think you've got to get the finish here going into round number 3.
Gonna have to swing.
And that is definitely something he has done in the past. 14 KO, TKO victories throughout his career.
He's got the power for sure, but he's gonna have to come out and he's gonna have to swing.
Yeah, Hatch just got to find a way to keep this on the feet.
Similar to the Johann versus Dominico fight, where you have to keep it standing going into the 3rd round. Can you keep it standing? Do everything you possibly can to in order to get the win here tonight.
I like the body movement of what Stoneman's showing him here. They talked about not chasing him to the fence line, but Jerome's done it and gotten taken down because of it. I think what he's talking to him about is to hang the jab out long so that he can try to set it up with the right hand.
Rafael Brewster's last win was 2,037 days ago.
He's looking impressive tonight.
Looking very impressive, implementing his game plan, doing a fantastic job so far here tonight. Round 3 of a possible 3 here tonight.
Jarome Hatch, a little mouse over his left eye. Looks like his lips cut up a little bit.
Yeah, he's got a mouse. Fortunately, it doesn't look like it's impeding his vision, though.
A whole lot of Jarome Hatch support here right behind us. 3rd and final round. 5 minutes to decide a winner of this 205 bout.
Crowd doesn't like the wrestling. It is MMA. You're going to have a little bit of wrestling in there with the fighting.
Could be a little, could be a lot.
Could be a lot. Yeah, and it's that's what's so beautiful about this sport. You want to be at the top. You got to be a well-rounded fighter these days.
Absolutely. I'd like to see Jarome just get busy here.
Yeah, I got to think he needs a knockout to win this,
Good body
which
shot.
he can get if he connects.
Absolutely. He can put anybody down.
As good as they all come here in the state of Utah in terms of boxing, and under a fantastic boxing coach in Shane Stoneman as well. Nice outside leg kick landed there by Brewster.
Nice.
Another good leg kick.
Hatch leading in with that uppercut.
That was smarter. He came in, and instead of chasing him all the way to the cage line to try to throw, he took a half a step back and
I mean, similar to that Johann fight, if I'm Brewster, why try to stand and bang with this guy?
yeah, don't take the risk.
Big clip on the chin there, landed by Hatch.
Did he circle out of there? Nice by Hatch. You might have Brewster a little hurt there.
Beautiful knee to the body there by Brewster to return.
Yeah, Brewster's trying to get this takedown certainly so he doesn't have to get hit that way again.
Yeah, he looked a little wobbled there for a second.
Did.
That was a beautiful shot landed there by Jarome Hatch.
Wide legs, wide legs.
Halfway through this 3rd and final round, Brewster once again searching for that single leg grip to circle him out and get that takedown. He's been doing it all night.
Turn and circle him.
Yep, it's about to happen.
There it is once again. Brewster back on top, implementing his game plan. Hatch searching for a way to get back up. He's got 2 minutes in this fight. This crowd is unbelievable.
Yeah, they're all on their feet standing behind us here.
Nice elbow landed there by Brewster. Couple knees to the body, investing in the body here late as Rafael.
Crowd getting a little impatient behind us.
A lot impatient.
You know, I mean, that's why they have bare knuckle, right? They don't want to see
No,
wrestling.
certainly.
Go see a bare knuckle fight. Brewster doing what he needs to do to win.
Yep,
he's controlling the fight. He's not going to be in any danger. He's not going to have to worry about getting knocked out. I'll just camp out here until Tyler stands us up.
And, you know, as much as I love Jarome, he's got to change it. He's got to be able to change the position.
A beautiful game plan so far implemented by Brewster.
You know, I've heard a lot of these older fighters that are going into bare knuckle fighting are saying they go into that bare knuckle fighting because you only have to train one art. You just got to worry about the stand-up. You don't have to worry about kicks. You don't have to worry about a shot.
I thought about boxing or something else also because I was never a wrestler. I didn't wrestle.
Yeah.
You know, as much as I respect jiu-jitsu, it wasn't my first love.
Yeah.
So I can definitely understand. And if you only have to, you know, or if you're sharpening your technique on just a couple of things versus everything.
Yeah.
That will do it. 3 rounds in. And Rafael Brewster looks like he's going to go away with the win here tonight. A fantastic matchup here between Jarome Hatch and Rafael Brewster. We get a little bit of dancing by the Extreme Couture fighter, getting his potentially, we'll hear what the judges have to say, but most likely his first win in over 2,000 days. That's got to feel good.
Yeah, I'm curious as to the layoff. I wonder why he's had some long layoffs.
He was subbed in 2 of his last 3 losses. I know that. And that's about it in terms of what has been happening. Also, there was the long layoff as well. And so he was away from the game for a good 2 years. But happy to see him back. Happy to see him able to implement a beautiful game plan, get it done here tonight. We will see what the